philanthropy is a part of what I do in my day job, so it just makes sense that it sort of overflows into my personal life, because I don't do music as a full-time thing. It's a passion that I get to do on the side. So it just made sense for me to incorporate giving back.
Lisa Nicole Grace wears many hats. She's a special event coordinator at the YWCA in Edmonton. She's also a singer-songwriter who's giving back through a song she wrote called This Scar.
I had scoliosis growing up and wore a back brace for a number of years, and then ended up needing to have my spine fused. So I've got a pretty significant scar down my whole back, and you know, when I first had it, I was embarrassed of my scar or thought it was ugly, and just over the years have really embraced it and think of it now as like a symbol of strength for myself. And I wrote the song about that, about being a survivor, and it's on the record that I just released in October. 10% of the proceeds of every record that I sell go to the National Scoliosis Foundation, which has been an online support forum that I've used ever since I was diagnosed with scoliosis. They're amazing on there. So I ended up actually having back surgery when I was in high school, and I was a dancer before that, and so when I had back surgery I couldn't really dance anymore, and so I had liked singing before and talked about singing, and so my dad threw me in a couple classes.
After that, it was in her blood. She auditioned for the music program at Grant MacEwan and got in. Following that, she went to St. Francis Xavier University in Nova Scotia and did a degree in jazz. However, she's not looking for her music to become a full-time gig.
I really like the balance of both. If something happened where suddenly music became so demanding that I couldn't do a day job, maybe, but I like interacting with people every day, and I like to be inspired by what I do during the day, and I like the way that they work together. And my current workplace, the YWCA, is so supportive of my music, so it's really easy to do both.
Her first full-length record, Prairie Belle, was released this past fall, and she just wrapped up her very first tour.
Coming back from doing this tour as my first tour ever, having this record done, getting to play and write and interact with the amazing music scene in Edmonton. Edmonton's art scene is incredible. I had a smaller CD release in October on the old Strathcona streetcar above the high-level bridge. There's about 55 of us, and we went up there, parked up there, and had a show. And usually I'm inspired by my friends, my family, my coworkers even, something they're going through or something we're going through together. I usually end up writing a song about it. I don't necessarily always know what I'm thinking until I sit down and write it into a song. And then I'm like, oh, that's how I feel about the situation. The dream is just to create music and to continue creating music. The next dream would probably be to have some music in TV or film, just to continue writing and playing around town. I also do a podcast on a weekly basis, the Prairie Belle's podcast, and I get to know so much of what's going on in Edmonton. It's every night of the week. You can go to a different show, music-wise, theater-wise, dance productions, visual art, everything. So I feel so blessed to live in Edmonton and to participate in it.